Hey guys, DSF. Talking about dividend investing. And the dividend investing I'm talking about is the slow movement from a worker mentality to an owner mentality. And the reason I'm bringing this up is because it takes a long time. It's not just that you go from a worker to an owner. It is the best way to get there or to make wealth is becoming a business owner. And it's been backed up. I think that the Millionaire Mindset that book I shared with a while back, it said that 30% of the people in America are business owners, and out of that 30%, 70% are millionaires. So the thing is, creating a business or becoming a business is the way to wealth. It's not being a worker. And the one reason is because a worker and a business owner, they both give effort. It's not that one gives more effort than the other, but it's the value created from each of them. For instance, if I'm an owner of a construction company and I have 3 crews and they're each building a house, well, each one of those crews is given a lot of effort, but they're only going to get paid for the one house that they do. Whereas a business owner, I'm going to get paid for all 3 houses for the effort that I put in to get them together to work on the house. So as a crew member, the best thing you can do is take your labor and effort and put it into a asset that you can become an owner, and you could start benefit from a business and its value. So it takes a lot to become a business owner or to accumulate shares. It takes being a laborer and then sacrificing to become a business owner, and what we're talking about with dividend stocks. Now, a lot of times, guys, we're seeing all this income inequality talk, and it's always going to be there, income inequality, if you have money and people. And many people have talked about this, but in America there is mobility. It doesn't matter if you choose to be a worker, you're in a way you're going to struggle. And if you spend all your money without investing in any kind of assets, so you're living paycheck to paycheck, you deserve, where you're at, because a lot of people, they're going to take some of their money and they're going to invest. And part of this, guys, comes from the decisions people make. If and it comes to education and stuff. If you're 18 and you have 2 kids, you're not going to be investing to be an owner. You're going to invest in your kids because you need to, because you got to take care of them. And someone else that didn't make those choices can become an owner, and they're going to benefit from this. So a lot of things is about being educated and making the right decisions. But I want to go a little bit further about income inequality and where they say the rich get richer. And this can be true, but most of the time what I've been studying is rich people, they don't settle. Like a lot of people you'll see and you'll be like, hey, if I had $1 million, I'd be done. I wouldn't work anymore. Why work? But that's not the mentality of somebody that's earned, like for instance, a Rockefeller, Vanderbilt and stuff. Their mentality is, well, the first million's fine, but I want to create some more. I want to create something bigger. So that there's a different mentality of settling, for whatever, and then the mentality of striving to be excellence and creating as much as you can, more value every second that you're alive. And that's the difference, guys. When people settle, you're not going to be great, and then you're going to think that there's an income gap because you're not doing the things that it takes to make income. You're settling. So let's go back to the rich get richer. A lot of the rich people, like I said, they come from families that, just like you and me or anybody, started, you go to school, but they've made different choices on, different business paths and different risks that they take in their lives. So, for instance, we took Rockefeller. He had some kids, and the money, the second generation will get, let's say Rockefeller had 100 million. Second generation, each got a piece of that. Well, each of the second generation has kids, and so the 100 million is broken up, let's just say by 3 to 30 million each. Then each of those people had like 3 kids, and let's just say they spent some of that money. So each of the kids might only get 6 million, but about a few generations down, the rich don't get richer. If you have no one in your family that has the go-getter or the motivation of an original Rockefeller, you will end up you might have some money as a family, but you're not going to be a rich family. You're just, over time, you will be back into the system of everybody, or the rat race, because you didn't have what it was that that one family member had. And it's very hard to have a dynasty or anything. And that's why a lot of people, they're like, I want to save for my kids or my grandkids and stuff. But if your kids and grandkids aren't educated, and they don't make the decisions that you take the time to study, it doesn't matter. Within a generation or two, your family will be back wherever it was, unless somebody learns how money works, or you teach it and it can be taught. And sometimes, for instance, if you look at Warren Buffett, he's given a lot of money to charity, and he's going to give money to his family. But there's no way that the Buffett family is ever going to create what Warren did. His kids just don't have what he has. Maybe some of his grandkids might have it, but I doubt it. It's a once in a generation type of person that can create this kind of value. But so this is what I'm saying. The inequality, guys, it's people. People are different, and some people make the good decisions and they can, and others can't. Some people create value with their effort, and some people with their effort just create enough for themselves. They don't create more utility, and that's why some people struggle and some don't. But going back into the mindset of being an owner, everybody that watches my channel pretty much understands that if we take a lot of our effort and we turn it into assets that create value, over time we will be able to enjoy or consume more from the sacrifices that we take now. So guys, I hope all this makes sense. I didn't want to go too long on this video, but basically, guys, just remember, when you're buying an income producing asset like a dividend stock, you are making the shift from a worker to an owner. And an owner creates more value, which makes a better life. And then you'll start to understand exactly where I'm coming from and why it's so important to get to that point. Thanks, guys.